Yo, 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 yo. What's good, guys? I feel like that's bright. What the hell? No way I'd be sitting in that brightness. There's no way. Because the title and thumbnail are JJK based, if somebody walks into the stream and they get spoiled, that's on them. So you can say what you want as long as it's about JJK. There's warnings on the thumbnail, there's warnings on the title, there's warnings in the pinned, there's warnings on the poll. Like, if you get spoiled in this stream, that's your own. I'm not gonna lie. Legends we're in the dry spell, so it's a good time to do other stuff, innit? Today's stream will be test the reading capability of Legends players. I mean, to some degree, it's just opinions. I don't even think I'm gonna PV. Whoa! Oh yes, the beginning of the season. I was gonna say I dropped down so many ranks. No way people are playing the hit mobile game. I'm probably just gonna hit up like what's it called? Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush, and just vibe out high key. 31k, you're going up fast. Yeah, it's mainly the mission plan and whatnot. It makes me jump. Yeah, the green Revhan is good. We'll just give the stream some time, you know. The stream just started. feel so out of breath. Oh man. I'm so good. I guess you're lucky. You got quite a few ultras. What's my equip some rev cell? I don't know. I have to bring up the team. You're gonna have to give me a sec. Did I get Piccolo's unique? No, I don't have it. I didn't grind it. I'm just gonna wait for the Bonanza because I wasn't gonna showcase him. Like, I couldn't care less, to be honest. I could have got it, but I don't want to waste my slot removers or my energy, to be honest. There's a lot better things I could be using my energy on, and I think the Bonanza's meant to start this week. I think. Let me check. I just ran into something else. I sound tired. I just ate. That's why I feel out of breath. You know when you eat, yeah, and like, you get that glimpse of wanting to sleep. But you don't actually want to sleep. You're just heavy right now. Do you know what I mean? When I call Bonanza a scam, do you mean it or is it a meme? It's a bit of both. It's not literally a scam though, because they don't tell you you're guaranteed to get anything. But it feels like if the Bonanza is on, you should be getting a lot of consistently higher rates. But even then you don't. I feel like I get lower rates sometimes. And it really shows. Godspeed, I've never seen that. Never seen that error code ever. Did any of you guys see the video I posted today regarding the two ultra theories? I found the time to make a video about it. I spoke about it a while back. Imagine I edited that at 9 AM after not sleeping the whole night. Like, I didn't sleep the whole night, don't ask why. And then I was like, oh, before I sleep, I gotta upload this thumbnail, otherwise I'm gonna wake up at a dumb time. I mean, I gotta upload this video. So I was like, I already recorded it, luckily for me. Oh my gosh. Why is Beast the most menacing unit in the game sometimes? Please step back. Look at this. I'm not doing a short stream, by the way, today. This is what I ran into. The most popular Sparkings and Ultra rankings. Super 17 dropped 2 places off coming off the boost. That is ridiculous. Fear. The fear. Well, I think it's not off the boost. It was like just before he came off the boost. They had to move my GOAT down. Fair enough. Well, not move him down, but a lot of people stopped using him. These 2 combinations works well. So it's looking like it's making a lot more sense, to be fair. Beast Gohan still being top 4 is absurd. But clearly he's like that. MVP at 5 is... These 2, 5 and 6 is crazy. Perfect Form Cell and 17, they're just like breaking limits. Them 2 more than anything. Baby Eleth, I'm not doing a shorts live today. Baby got moved out of the top 10. That's most likely because UI Goku's banner came out, so people started running him. That makes a lot of sense. In the final like week, UI Goku's banner came back, so people started using him. Even Bardock and Goku's banner came back, so people started using him. It makes a lot of sense. Bomku's still beating the limits though, which is great. Pan first from Frieza. Gold Frieza clearing. Feat got stocks up. Purple UI because it's stupid plat. Oh, UGB's no longer here. UGB ain't make the cut, but UVB did. Oh, that's tough. You feel me? That's tough. Where is he? Did I miss him? Nah, they got UGB out the top 20. He was right there next to VB. That's my guy. Why is no one using my guy? He was right there. Man, why they do that? That's my guy. You see with the JJK thing, yeah, there's so many places where we could start. I don't know where to start. And I don't know if I can show the leaks on screen. I need to figure that. I think I can actually. I think it's very scary to do so though. It could get my channel clipped, I'll be honest. Don't ask why I switched into UGB. Got his ass. I tapped the screen. Let me get these last 2 games out because I need to do my my dailies. Then we'll talk. Can I chain this? I don't even know. I'm about to find out. I bust it anyways. It's a Dori Yuji. Yeah, I'm gonna. I feel like within the next 10 minutes, I'm gonna be screaming. It's gonna be so jarring. One left. No way he just... Okay. Green Sun family for Gohan. It's gonna be a hard win. Oh my gosh, man. I tried to vanish, didn't work. I mean, I tried to dash up, didn't work. Tried to vanish, didn't work. I pressed the strike cards, it didn't work. Alright, I got one more game, then we gonna lock in. I'm gonna find the spoilers. Because I'm not even gonna lie. I was looking at them at 6 AM or 5 AM or whatever. So my brain was all over the place at the same time. Oh, they all got deleted. Makes sense. Let me try to find the link. Find your dreams come true. I had a link before. Now that's gone. The link I was using is gone. Someone's gonna have to send me like the screenshots or something. Is Godkey a good team for PvP? I wouldn't say so. Godkey's quite the terrible team. Godkey's not really its own team. It's just like, it's weird. Lots of characters don't buff Godkey but are Godkey. No, I don't think I can show it. There's a reason why so many people delete it. The chapters are still in like bits and pieces all over the internet. But I can't just show the whole thing. My channel will get deleted overnight. Alright, let me go to the... There has to be someone that saved all the panels. You're telling me none of you man saved all the panels? Actually, there is panels in the chat. In the JJK Discord server. I'm gonna have to scroll though. Huga. Hey, I'm giving you your last chance, bruh. If you don't want to get spoiled on Jujutsu Kaisen, you might have to make your way out. You ain't seen the panels yet, then you're just gonna hear, because I'm not showing them. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not risking it. But I'll just tell you what I'm looking at. So looking at these panels, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This Chimera domain expansion looks crazy. And people are really, hey, agenda warrior right now, but it's not even agenda. It's really just the right path. It's the righteous path in Jujutsu Kaisen because it's based on your mastery in sorcery. Sukuna was never going down. I can't believe people actually thought in their brain that Yuji was ending Sukuna within those. What? Hey chat, can we actually process how ridiculous of all the fighters in the Culling game, of all the fighters, people thought Itadori Yuji was gonna take out Sukuna. At that moment though, crazy. That is crazy. We got. I actually can't believe, like, if in hindsight it's crazier than prior, but now that we're here, like, obviously in hindsight it's like, you guys are dumb. Anybody who thought Yuji's finally getting cold and he's gonna actually take out Sukuna, you're crazy. What's Sukuna's even last name? Sukuna hold back real men. Hey. So let me ask a question so we can get this conversation flowing. Do you think Yuji having, you know how he got dismantled? Yuji having dismantled, do you think that even matters? Like, he gave Sukuna a few slashes though. Nothing RCT can't fix. Do you think it actually matters? Because me, honestly, I think it means nothing. I think it means nothing. At least right now, anyways. I feel like there's Yuji supporters here, but they're just minding their business. They don't want to get hit with a stray. But feel free to voice your opinion. But there's a lot in JJK to discuss. Like, even with this recent chapter, I'm mad. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm confused, but like, since last week, there's been like, I don't know, kind of like translation errors or I don't know, like misinformation, let's say. There's been a lot of misinformation, which is wild. I can't lie, the only Yuji that has a chance against Sukuna is a domain. Even Yuji with a domain isn't beating Sukuna, bro. Like, do you really think... Okay, let's say Yuji hits a domain expansion, right? Somehow. Let's say Yuji hits a domain expansion somehow, whatever it is. Sukuna would literally just clash his domain and he's not losing. The same Sukuna that beat... Like, in my opinion, I think Gege also knows, yeah. Just off of fatigue, Sukuna can't lose off fatigue. Somebody has to outskill him genuinely. If you get what I'm saying. So, let's say they... If anything Gojo did, in my eyes... Anything Gojo did, the regular Culling game members can't beat him that way. So if you try beating him with pure hands, you're not gonna win. You're gonna die. If you try beating with a domain expansion clash, you're not gonna win. You're gonna die. If you try use a curse technique, you're not gonna beat him. You're gonna die because nobody has a curse technique better than Infinity. Nobody has better hands than Gojo. You know. You can jump him. That didn't work. Sukuna can't clash another domain for a while. He just used it, he believe. To be honest, his brain isn't as damaged anymore, I believe. Because he got into his Heian form. He might be able to just hit another domain expansion back to back like he was doing with Gojo. The angel had with Jacob's ladder. She's fodder though. Low battle IQ. Nobody in the verse, besides from Sukuna, is stronger than Gojo, and Gojo didn't win. So these guys jumping them. Hakari can spam domain, but that's not a good way to end Sukuna because that's plot, and he's even struggling against Urame. So get Hakari, get the Hakari conversation out of here, bro. What the hell? These guys doing a beam clash. Gojo's not coming back. Give up on your dreams. Tell me why I was in the Afro Senju. Every time the chapter releases, yeah, it's mostly for Americans. For us, it's like 4 a.m. Afro Senju does a like Twitter space where he discusses the new chapter. Tell me why Afro Senju's a Gojo glazer. He was saying, bro, Gojo's gonna come back and hit a hollow green. He's gonna come back and hit a hollow green. We don't need Yuta's bum ass. He's gonna hit the fake ass hollow purple, hollow violet ass move. We don't need it. I was in the call dying. Obviously I couldn't speak, but it was killing me. Cause why is he calling Yuta fake? He's gonna hit a hollow violet. It's not teaming hollow purple, bro. That ain't gonna hit. Yeah, so Gojo's hit. He's done the red. He's done blue reversal red. I think that's how it was called, or it's red reversal blue. Then he done hollow purple with the mix of the two. The only color he ain't done is green. Broly. That's what Afro Senju was saying. I was like, where's this logic? It's killing me. Toto gonna pull up. He's finished, bro. Gojo's not a fraud. Sukuna's just that much better. Gojo glazers are hilarious. They're the most insufferable people in the anime community right now. The most insufferable people, bro. Nobara comeback pending. Bro, she needs to go build some houses in heaven, bro. She's cooked. With her hammer and nails, bro. Get her out of here. Gege is mid. How you gonna write my guy Toto out the story? Toto was a setback for Yuji, in my opinion. Fake ass brother, for one. For two, he focused on the hoes talking about some... What's that woman he brought up when he was like... What? Why every time Toto pulling up to people, what's your type of women? He's not focused. He's not the correct sorcerer to teach Yuji. He had to get replaced by Chozo. And then third of all, he was just too OP. He had to get separated from Itadori Yuji. He's lucky he's not even dead. Toto's so lucky, bro. Gojo's too arrogant. I'm not a hater, but I've been waiting for his death since episode 1. I've been waiting for Gojo's death since I seen him sit on Sukuna's back in episode 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen. Or was it episode 2? Regardless, I couldn't let that slide. He was too OP, too arrogant, he had to go. Whenever you see a character that's too OP, start preying on their downfall. It's gonna be long for them. If the character is too OP, they gotta go. Unless they're an antagonist. If they're too OP, they got to go. That's hating. Nah. Because why was this guy just teleporting people places, having Yuji watching the movies on Netflix, and then he's like, watch this Jogo fight. I said, what? This guy's too OP. He has to go. He's not surviving the end of the series. Bro, on everything cross my heart, hope to die since the jump, I was waiting on his death, bro. I was waiting on his death, bro. You don't know how bad I was waiting on it because he was too OP and he was arrogant. They can't let a guy like that live in the series. Yuji's occult club friends are gonna beat Sukuna. Do you know who's gonna come back? Do you remember that random Noara flashback? Not the random, but like when she died, they did the flashback for her backstory, and she had that random friend that she grew up around. Imagine she's like top 3 sorcerers in the world. The one that had an office job. She moved to Shibuya and she got the office job. Do you know what I'm talking about? That random girl. They tried to make Noara's backstory relevant. We don't care about her, bro. Hey, yo. Who's a Hakari fan, though? Let's talk about Hakari, bro. He's a Hakari fan. We must discuss Hakari's failures. All these always bet on Hakari guys, yeah. Bro, what was I saying in the server? One of my boys was saying Hakari and Urame have been fighting for 7+ months. They're gonna come back with a baby, bro. That's the only way. Because how is he fighting for this long and he hasn't cooked her? Doesn't his domain last less than 5 minutes and he has to spam it again? How many times is he gonna spam his domain? Hakari is the definition of the most overhyped Jujutsu Kaisen sorcerer ever. Ever. He has RCT but doesn't know how it works. He just jackpot inshallah and the plot saved me. He has no idea what he's doing. He has no idea what he's doing. None. He's just in the fight. Bro, did you see that one panel where they showed Hakari and Urame? Hakari's got all ice on his body. He's fighting for his life. He's lucky he got the jackpot even once. That makes him hard. That makes him the opposite. He's literally... His life strings are in the writer's jurisdiction. Everyone tells me Urame is a girl. I'm just going to assume it's a girl. His life literally depends on Gege's pen. And it's not like... So let me give you an example. You see Yuta. Yuta has so many good abilities that if he died in a trash way, people will discredit Gege's writing. But Hakari could die to anybody. Hakari could die to... Like, obviously if we're doing matchups, Maki's booming him. Yuta's taking him out. Obviously Gojo's taking him out. Sukuna's taking him out. He can die anyway because his ability is all based on plot and him getting the jackpot. Which is why I can't rate him. But if Yuta just died randomly, it would be terrible writing. But if Hakari dies randomly, it actually doesn't matter. It just means that he didn't get the jackpot. He sucks. Do you get it? That's why he's not cold. Because it's just based on the plot direction. If he dies anyhow, it actually doesn't matter. It'll be like, oh, he didn't get the jackpot. Oh, I'm so sad. Like, come on, man. He should have got the jackpot. He didn't get the jackpot, so he died. It's done deal. Yuji top 5. These are all people that are better than Itadori Yuji. These are all people that are better than Itadori Yuji. We got Maki. We got Yuta. I'm even putting that rogue Hakari over Yuji. Those 3 are definitely over Yuji, bro. If Higuruma was alive, he's above Yuji. But I'm not gonna include him just for the sake. Just for the sake. If that girl wanted to fight, she's above Yuji. What's her name? The EDP 445 lady. She's above Yuji. Miguel, he's above Yuji. That's 5 already. I feel like Mei has better IQ than Yuji. She would probably win. I was kind of glazing on that, but she definitely has better battle IQ. You feel Yuji is better than Maki and Hakari? That's a terrible take. The same Maki that dodged the wild slash. The same Maki that dodged the wild slash. How is Itadori Yuji touching that woman? Respect. 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 That we can't be talking about the same Maki. The same Yuji that hit Sukuna with 8 black flashes. Yeah, he's damaged. And if anything, he was letting him because he just pulled out a domain expansion. Those black flashes did nothing. Those black flashes did nothing. They did nothing. It was hype as hell, I'm not gonna lie. But they did nothing. Bro pulled out the coldest domain expansion the next chapter. He was not cooking. Are people forgetting Sukuna is weakened and Yuji still a bum? Sukuna being weakened is a big factor, but you can apply that to everybody who's fighting him at this point. Okay. I was trolling a bit earlier, but let me actually give 5 genuine people that are better than Yuji. No hating. They should be non-debatables. Non-debatables. So number 1, we've got Yuta, right? Yuta clear. Number 2, we got Maki. She has the most durability on the battlefield right now. She held a back flash. She dodged the wild slash. There shouldn't be a debate. It's very clear. Number 3, Hakari clears as well. As much as he's a plot merchant, he's clearing Yuji. He will just keep getting the jackpot. And Yuji doesn't have anything to withstand that amount of pressure that Hakari put on him. Right? That's 3 easy. 3 easy. Number 4, Miguel. This is the same Miguel that held over 50 punches from Gojo, sorry. The same Miguel that trained Yuta. He's clearing. He's better. He's simply stronger as well. He was moonwalking. He was moonwalking Sukuna. That's 4. That's 4. Do I have a 5th one though? Kusakabe is not better. The guy with the mask isn't better. Mei's a stretch. Wee definitely not. Higuruma's not better, especially right now. But Higuruma's a little cheese bag. He's gonna basically just hit his domain. But I think Yuji's would be able to just avoid it and beat him hand-to-hand combat with dismantle and whatnot. Higuruma's not beating Yuji at this point, I don't think. Training Yuta is not a feat. The feat is that Gojo entrusted Miguel to train Yuta a special grade. And if Gojo's saying you're tough, bro. That's a feat. Respect. Gojo don't be giving props to just anybody as well. He's an arrogant prick. I don't have a 5th one, I'll be real. There's no feats that... There's no... What's this guy do? Why are you talking in general? I'm on the stream. I don't have a 5th one. We might have to give Yuji 5th. We might have to give him 5th. But that's because niggas is dead. Are we including dead people? No, we're not including antagonists. Kashimo clears as well, by the way. Kashimo is eviscerating Yuji. Oh my god. Kashimo sending him to hell. Kashimo's for sure top 5. People love to sleep on Kashimo. With dead people, he's not top 5. With people alive, I'd say he's top 5. You mean the guy Sukuna one-tap? Sukuna gave him a world slash, and you're forgetting that Kashimo also burned Sukuna's first life. Kashimo forced Sukuna to bring out his Heian form. Not even Gojo did that. Fair enough, Sukuna was battle damaged by that time, but you really have to deep that Kashimo had the most dangerous one-shot. There's also context behind the way Kashimo was fighting. Kashimo had no prep. He definitely had prep. He came to the Culling Games with a whole ability to just fight Sukuna, bro. He knew what he was doing. Kashimo beating Maki. I think Kashimo's beating most people except Yuta. Like, people underrate him because Sukuna hit him with the most deadliest world slash in the whole series that we've seen. Kashimo is the Batman of the JJK manga, bro. He prepared just for this. Nah, Yuta with Rika is tough. I'll be real. I can't say who would win between them two, but Kashimo's taking out everybody. All of the JJK like fighters that are going up against Sukuna, Kashimo taking them all out. Who's the most underrated in JJK? As in the Culling Game fighters. NA. Or like anybody in the whole series. Just in general. I'm going, what's her name? The girl that fought Kenjaku. Yuki? Yuki. She underrated as hell, boy. Her battle IQ fighting Kenjaku was so crazy. Kenjaku had to pull out the crazy stops. They should, if they left, if they had, they might as well have had Yuki in the Culling Games and let Kenjaku just go on about his business, have Yuta slice him. She's so cold, bro. It might be long for Sukuna if she was in the Culling Games. If not her, I think Maki is the most underrated. And the reason I think she's the most underrated is because she's done the most critical damage in the series to Sukuna, besides from Gojo. So everybody does damage to Sukuna, right? Yuji's doing his black flashes or whatever. Yuta hit his domain expansion. Kusakabe tried, I guess. Miguel tried against everyone's trying. But every time Maki grabs a hit, it's a direct hit to the heart, bro. Direct damage and it's slowing down his RCT, bro. It's to the point where she might even be doing the most damage out of anybody in the series at this moment. Every time she does a hit, it's a direct hit to the heart, bro. And if it wasn't for her, Sukuna's RCT wouldn't be slowed down. is what does Maki's blade do? What does Maki's blade do? It does something that stops his cursed energy basically flowing more efficiently, so he can't reverse curse technique. Yeah, the blade she uses. With her heavenly restriction, she's the only one that can basically speed blitz him at certain points. She avoided a wild slash, and to the point where she's the only one that could sneak in the domain to hit him in the heart. In terms of like damage, it's between Yuji and Maki. But I think slowing down his reverse curse technique is way more valuable if everybody does their part. So for example, if Yuji's hitting his black flashes, he would recover a lot faster, low key, if Maki hasn't slowed down his RCT. Like the critical hits are to the point where Sukuna had to hit a black flash. Did he even black flash Gojo? He said, yeah, let me lock in. She said, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You deny my very existence. I have to black flash this hole. He said, Sukuna's a bad guy. Sukuna dead said, you of all people, Maki, you're hitting these dangerous attacks and you deny my very existence. I have to hit you with the black flash. Bro got very excited. He entered flow state. Let's do the biggest debate. Is there anybody who thinks Gojo actually had a chance against Sukuna? After seeing everything he's pulled out, this is like, to this point, do you think he had a chance against Sukuna? It goes either way. You're dead wrong. Or rather, I can agree with you, but in a certain light. So obviously, I caught up to the Jujutsu Kaisen manga between January and March. So I have a fresh mind in every single thing that was said in the fight, right? And if you want to reread it in hindsight, if you watch it from the perspective of, oh, Sukuna has a lot of factors that are going out, you will see that Gojo had no chance. From the jump, he had no chance. Now, why you want to say he has no chance, it doesn't matter. You know, there'll be, like, obviously this is, I'm saying this from an objective standpoint, because it's actually factual at this point. Like, you can deny it all you want, but let me explain. Let me explain. I'm gonna actually give you valid facts. I'm not gonna like just say, oh, Sukuna was stronger than Gojo. I'm gonna very much explain what actually happened. Without Mahoraga, Sukuna does not get past infinity. That's not true. But anyways, let me land. So I'm gonna work backwards. First of all, so we're gonna start from the fact that Gojo himself admitted that he did not allow Sukuna to go all out. He did not give Sukuna a fight that was worth him going all out. Gojo knows that the circumstances of the fight were not in favor of Sukuna, and Gojo still lost. He genuinely was upset about it because he wanted to have a good fight. Gojo's never had a good fight in his life because he's Satoru Gojo. He's him. So let's accept the fact that even you guys' character is in acceptance of, damn, It was unfair and I still lost. I'm cooked. That's at the end of the fight. Sukuna needed Mahoraga for the world cutting slash, but he could have still beat Gojo without it. But let me land. That's the first thing. Now, working backwards from what Gojo said to Sukuna about how he couldn't give him a fair fight because of the circumstance, you need to then consider the circumstance. The number one circumstance is that as soon as Gojo loses, no matter how he loses, everybody in the Jujutsu Kaisen society, the Culling Game members, are gonna jump him. They are gonna jump him immediately, which is a very important factor for the way the whole battle is going to run. The reason why that's important is because every move that Sukuna uses, you can already see Kusakabe is building the JJK wiki page about Sukuna's abilities. The guy is glazing him. Kusakabe was glazing. He was saying, if Sukuna does this, then that means Gojo can't do this. So we have to be careful. He was building the wiki as we were watching. They were all ready to jump him immediately. So with Sukuna's abilities, he's trying to use the minimum so that when he fights the next people, they don't know his full skill set. That's common IQ, knowing that he knows how strong he is. Hence why he held back his Heian error form. That's a bait example of him holding back his true potential. If you deny that, you're a bot. Is that can we agree that's also valid for a general fight? Can we agree? All right, regardless if you disagree, I know I spit facts, but I'm just waiting so everyone's following. You see, let's address the Mahoraga allegations. The Mahoraga, come on, General Mahoraga, the guy that saved Sukuna's life, right? As a Sukuna supporter, even though I am a Gojo hater, the objective truth is Mahoraga saved Sukuna's life, but not in the way that you think. I'm gonna repeat it again. Mahoraga saved Sukuna's life, but not in the way you think. Right, so let's evaluate what I mean by that. We have to consider all the factors that I just gave. And with those factors, you add on the idea of how Sukuna is going to fight against Gojo. So, let me give you an example. Let's say I'm playing against Ronaldo. If Ronaldo chooses to handicap himself and I beat him in football in a 1v1, even though he handicapped himself, the context doesn't necessarily matter because objectively, he still lost. Do you get what I'm saying? You can say, oh, but he handicapped himself. He chose to do that. So the way he chooses to fight is down to him. That's what needs to be understood. And every time I say something, you need to understand that Sukuna, he chose to fight a certain way. So no matter if he lost or won, he chose that method of fighting. Now, Sukuna could have beat Gojo with continuous domain expansions. However, it would have left him on 1 HP, or he would have had to bring out the Heian error form. Two things that we've already seen that had clearly given basically a re-life, right? We all know that. When he was doing the domain expansions, he got brain damage, and so did Gojo. But he was beating him in every single clash. But the only reason he was clashing with Gojo continuously in such a certain manner is because he needed to buy time, because he decided to use Mahoraga. Now, this is where you need to understand Sukuna's intention, and it's very explicitly shown throughout the whole fight, right? Sukuna is looking to adapt. The fight itself is enjoyable for him, but the end product doesn't matter if he doesn't improve. I'm gonna say it again. He's looking to adapt. The end product doesn't matter if he doesn't improve. If he doesn't get stronger, it doesn't mean anything to him. Which is why he decided to use Mahoraga instead of just fight him head on. It's not a battle of pride for him. It's fun and adaptability. That's all he cares about. That's all he wants to do. But there's also benefits to him adapting, hence him getting the world slash so he can take on the rest of the Culling Game members. There are some dangerous folks out there. Maki's Heavenly Restriction, Yuta's copy of every curse technique pretty much. Hakari could hit the hella plot, you know? Higuruma almost took his curse technique. You see how there's so many problems that layer in with the fact that if he didn't fight with this intention, he would have got his moves exposed and he would have got robbed by Higuruma. That could be an L. But obviously he's got battle IQ. He's a Heian era fighter that took out everybody. He's not a regular NPC from the 21st century. He's not your regular fighter. And that sounds like Glazing. That sounds like Glazing. But it's the objective truth, which is why it's the strongest in history versus the strongest of today. No matter how you want to see it, it is what it is. Kashimo not being mentioned. Kashimo's a kamikaze. But you get what I'm saying. So you're basically saying the end result mattered. No, I literally said 3 times. I said 3 times. The end result doesn't matter. He's looking to adapt, bro. If Gojo dies and he gains nothing from it, the fight was pointless to him. I said it 3 times. Listen, bro. Listen. The end result don't matter. It's the fact that he wants to adapt. What he gains from the fight. He needs to at least enjoy the fight or something. He needs to gain something of personal gain to him. Winning or losing is just something natural to him. It's as normal as breathing. He doesn't lose anyways. Anyways. So now that I've set the scene and the context, we're going to take out the fact that, oh, Sukuna was holding back because he wanted to adapt. He chose to adapt. That's his own handicap. We understand the circumstances, even though it's not his fault. That's how he has to fight. Now, with him aiming to use Mahoraga, he literally was on the brink of death. He was on the brink of death fighting Gojo. He had the brain damage. He was running out of energy with his domain clashes. The same with Gojo. He even had to bring out the second Shikigami. So they were fighting 3v1 against Gojo. It was completely, in a sense, unfair. But you can't call it unfair because Sukuna, his handicap is the fact that after the fight, if he survives, he has to do round 2. He's basically doing Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush with his 1 life, bro. How is that fair? But again, it's not about fair or unfair. It's simply the circumstance of the fight. If Sukuna has something like that in his arsenal, Gojo has to deal with it. In the same way Sukuna has to deal with fighting all the other Culling Games fighters after Gojo, if he wins. Do you get what I'm saying? So outside of bias, there's no unfairness in a fight. You know? It's not like it's an officiated boxing fight. The only reason nobody else jumped in is because they'd get in the way. This is a street fight. Anything goes. That's objectively the case. So, however you want to look at it, unless you're trying to like protect your very little special Sukuna, unless you're trying to protect your very little Gojo, there's handicaps on both sides, no matter how you look at it. So with, well, at least how I see it, and I think it's the smartest way to see it, Sukuna won at the end of his life, barely at the end of his life, because Gojo could have one-shot him beyond his Heian era form, similar to how Kashimo could have one-shot him beyond his Heian era form. But objectively, the Hollow Purple didn't do enough damage. This is another thing I want to talk about. You know, you guys that said, oh, Gojo would have won. Regardless of how you look at it, the Hollow Purple didn't do enough damage. He RCT'd that joint without using his Heian era form. So at the end of the day, the fight would have went on. Gojo didn't have enough cursed energy to output to take out Sukuna. So he was cooked. Am I saying he handicapped himself in a good way or handicapped himself in a disadvantaged way? He handicapped himself in a disadvantaged way, but the disadvantage has a long-term benefit. Using Mahoraga allows Gojo to have a higher chance of killing him within the fight, which is why the fight was so close. But if Mahoraga succeeds in adapting to Infinity, and not just that, but giving Sukuna a specific adaptation, which is the World Slash that can slash Infinity, a very easy bypass, a much easier way to defeat Gojo, which is what he did, then at the end of the day, he would win the fight and gain something of greater value, which is why Kashimo got cooked. Pre-World Slash Sukuna, without a domain expansion, is not one shot in Kashimo, which is why the adaptation is so valuable. I agree, but the Hollow Purple was destroyed to Shikigami. No, because he tried to catch Gojo in it with him. He tried to catch Sukuna in it with himself. He drew them in, then he hit a Hollow Purple, and everybody in the vicinity got hit. The Shikigami got wiped out. Mahoraga got wiped out. Sukuna, I think Sukuna took a lot of damage, but wasn't taken out because he's him. Another thing I want to add, Gojo and Sukuna are very amazing fighters. Again, back to the Kusakabe glazing. We don't know if Mahoraga's re-accessible. We have no idea. Mahoraga might be gone forever, but I think he's not, because in the same way the Shadow Dogs and whatnot come back, I think he can come back. And maybe Megami can control... Maybe Megami control Mahoraga if he can come back. I don't know. But yeah, I was going to say, Sukuna and Gojo are very insane fighters. Kusakabe was glazing. When I said this in the JJK manga panel, someone said I was glazing Sukuna. It's literally quotes from Kusakabe. Both Sukuna and Gojo were doing the impossible in a fight. What's happening in the JJK manga right now? Sukuna just got upgraded domain expansion. They return once another guy gets 10 shadows. That's tough. The dogs were twins. Oh, my bad. My fault. What was I gonna say anyways? Yeah, they were both doing the impossible. I just did the impossible. Like the whole time. So let me give you an example of like what I mean when I say that. But Kusakabe said it himself. Because I know some of you guys read it a long time ago, but I read it recently, so my memory's fresh. And this was something that really stood out to me. You see, when you guys remember when Gojo and Sukuna were doing the domain expansion. What do I mean upgraded domain? You just have to see it, bro. He's fake. Sukuna's fake. You guys remember when Gojo and Sukuna were doing domain expansion clashes? They were clashing, right? Let me drink some water. This is getting intense. Inside a domain expansion, you shouldn't be able to use what's it called? You can't use a curse technique inside your domain expansion, I think. You have the sure hit effect, and you have your hand-to-hand combat. I think it's something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Right? But Sukuna and Gojo are so goated that they adapted beyond that. Where they were in a domain expansion of each other's, they're in a clash, but then they can also use RCT, which is insane in the first place, because they're taking insane damage, similar to what Mahoraga could do, but he's a Shikigami one of a kind. So it's like, if he has the ability to do something like that, imagine them fighting the rest of the Culling Games fighters. They're just not going to keep up. Yes, Sukuna has his curse technique, cleave and dismantle, yeah. Who else do we know can do that? So far, Gojo, Sukuna, and Mahoraga. Mahoraga was I don't even know if Mahoraga just adapts to everything, so, you know. So I wouldn't even say Mahoraga can do that. He was just adapting. Who do I think is the MVP right now? The most valuable Culling Game fighter is either Maki or Yuta. And I would go Maki because she's done the most critical damage. Even if Yuta and Yuji kept banging hits at him, it's nothing he can't deal with. But Maki basically is forcing him to manually pump his own heart and slow down his RCT completely. Let me show you this gif. Let me show you this gif. Hold on. Kirito. If you guys seen Sword Art Online, you know about this moment. If you don't know what's happening in this scene, in Sword Art Online, Kirito had so much HP that the damage they were doing was so minuscule that he was able to regenerate more damage than they give to him. Without Maki, this is what Sukuna is doing in the fight. This is basically Sukuna without Maki. They can keep hitting him, he's just gonna RCT everything. Besides from Yuji's hits. But yeah. But Yuji barely hitting the kid until like recently, and most of it is because Maki's done critical damage. Like Sukuna he was slowing down in a sense because of Maki's critical damage. But Maki's critical damage can only happen because of Yuta. So, in my opinion, it's between Yuta and Maki for the MVP of the Culling Games against Sukuna. If you're not picking one of those two, I think you're tripping. Like, I can't agree with you. Like, if you said Yuta, I don't mind. If you said Maki, I don't mind. But if you try to say Yuji or someone else, I think you're a glazer. Like, it's a 50-50 between both of them. Because Yuta can't do critical damage like that. No matter how you slice it. How do I think the fight's going to end? The merger is 100% happening. It's not going to be a happy ending. There's no good ending for the Jujutsu Kaisen society. There's no happy ending in JJK. The society. You think Yuji's just going to live a normal life after this? Shibuya is cooked, bro. This is a devastating event in history. Coming like Attack on Titan, bro. These lot are done. Megami and Yuji 2v1 Sukuna. He claps both of them. What about the black flash from last chapter? They don't matter anymore. They do not matter. Those black flashes were like so irrelevant. Unless, because of we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. People have been speculating. Obviously, people thought that Yuji had the soul thing, the soul punisher or whatever it's called. Nigga is not Gogeta. You know what I'm saying? Yo, how did I only think of that now? He think he's Gogeta. He's not Gogeta, bro. Anyways, the damage is whatever, because he's done a domain expansion even though he done that damage, you know? Like, we just gotta call it a spade. You're telling me he done all that damage to get his leg chopped off? Hey, they need to invite Super Gogeta to the Culling games, bro. He's the only one that can beat them. I mean, beat him. Is that Gege already admitted that the series would end with everybody dead? I didn't see that. I don't know. I don't think that's not true. I think that's headcanon. You need to give me a source. Demi, you need to find the source. You can't just say something like that. You can't just say something like you need to quote the source immediately. You need to quote the source immediately. He said it time ago. If it's such a relevant statement, you will find it. In the name of Jujutsu, you will find it. Anyway, did I finish my Gojo Sukuna rant? Yeah, I did. Essentially, Sukuna handicapped himself. Gojo fought within Sukuna's handicap, and then people complained when Sukuna handicapped Gojo by inviting 2 Shikigamis. So it was at first Sukuna's handicapped, but that's by choice. But Gojo didn't know that. And then second, Sukuna handicapped Gojo, but Gojo knew that. So it seems unfair, but it's not. Because really and truly, it's like, yeah, this makes it sound like I'm glazing, yeah. But you ever like play a kid at football or something like that, or you're playing with a child at any game, and you have to take it easy on them. You don't have to take it easy on them, but they don't know you're taking it easy on them. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why it seems unfair, because it isn't apparent to Gojo. Gojo was trying to figure it out, but he couldn't. That might sound like I'm glazing, but that's actually what the case is. He was going easy within the means of using Mahoraga. His intention was using Mahoraga to adapt to infinity so he can obtain the world slash. I've said this multiple times. You have to listen to the whole context. It's not as simple as he was trying easy. You need to understand that he had the intention to handicap himself so that Mahoraga can give him world slash. It's not just he handicapped himself for no reason. He didn't just go easy because Gojo's a bum. Gojo's an insane fighter, which is why he had to try hard, even with Mahoraga. But he could have beat him in consistent domain clashes and taken out Gojo. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He also had the Heian error form. Just to put it out there. Am I going to play Hunter x Hunter then Impact? I'm trash at fighting games. So, probably not. It looks really good though. Like, I use the example, if you choose to take it easy on somebody and you lose, that's your own fault. Especially if they didn't know that you were taking it easy on them. But he's not literally taking it easy. He made it harder for himself because you chose to use Mahoraga so that he could get the world slash. But if he didn't go that route, he could have just beat Gojo in a domain expansion clash consistently. He would have suffered brain damage, but it's fine because he has the Heian error form. So he's cool. Regardless of how you look at it, he was fine. He didn't even use his extra curse technique such as Fuga that comes with his shrine. He didn't use it. He didn't use it. He just kept with the dismantle because they already know he can use it. He didn't even use Fuga. He could have used it in the domain. He said, I'm going to hide that one. Everybody was thinking, why hasn't he used it since Shibuya? In Shibuya, nobody saw it. Nobody saw it. He was hiding it because he didn't want the other Jujutsu fighters to know he has it. He's an insane, intelligent fighter. He's so unreal and people can't accept that. Like, it's actually, like, it does appear. Oh, my phone's gonna die. It does appear like Glazing, but he's actually Himothy, bro. Like, it's so disgusting how, like, OP he is. It's so unfair how OP he is. Everybody thought that Fuga was like some Heian era techniques separate from what he already has in his kit. But his curse technique is literally just Shrine, and with Shrine he gets Dismantle. Now he has the World Slash, and he has Fuga. And I think he has like 1 or 2 more that we don't know. He's actually insane. He's actually an insane fighter, bro. He gatekeeps so that he can have an advantage in battle. It sounds like something Urami would say. Nah, I'd nerd. Bro, hold on. Let me show you what I said in JJK earlier. Let me show you what I said in the server earlier. What's the date today? 25th. What did I say? I literally said, I said what you just said, bro. Where is it? Here it is, here it is. Let me show you. Look. It's Glazing, but she wasn't lying. Look, last week I said Sukuna is holding back his ultimate. He's loading his ultimate. Last week in the JJK manga channel in my Discord server, I said Sukuna's loading his ultimate, right? Let me show you. Look, this is today at 7:01, which is 2 hours ago. I literally said Sukuna's waiting for his ultimate to load last week, well, a couple days ago, 21st of April, before this chapter came out. Then here, I was like, guys thought I was Glazing. Glorious King Sukuna isn't even going all out with this chapter. That is Glazing. But Arume being on his tip, but at this point, you have to accept that she wasn't lying. When she said Sukuna isn't going all out, everyone was like, oh, she's Glazing. There's no better Glazer than Urame. There's no better Glazer than Urame. But she wasn't lying. We just couldn't know it. We didn't know. You know? She wasn't lying. Sukuna is that dog. He is the Jujutsu sorcerer. He is the Jujutsu sorcerer. He cannot be beat. She wasn't lying. We just didn't know. We just didn't know, bro. You can't blame us for not knowing, but we have to accept it. She's the biggest Glazer of all time, but until we know, like, now we know she's not a Glazer. She was just being real. I'm gonna keep saying she, I don't give a crap. I'll be real. She's pretty much a girl. It's just a series anyways. Like, we just didn't know, bro. It's like saying, imagine somebody said, oh, there's some guy, no. Imagine being an NBA fan in 2000 and somebody tells you, yeah, there's this new kid from Akron, bruh. His name LeBron James. He better than Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. You don't believe it. You just ain't seen the feats yet. You just ain't seen the feats yet. Do you know what I'm saying? There's one guy that's saying he's the best, but you're calling him a Glazer because you ain't seen the feats. You should have said until you seen the feats. Anyways, I feel Gojo Sukuna's like a Saiyan. You guys remember in Namek, yeah? You remember in Namek Saga when Vegeta wanted to take damage so that he could become stronger because he'll be at the brink of death? That's Sukuna 24/7. He got Saiyan genetics, bro. High key. Didn't Sukuna use Fuga on Yuji in the last chapter? Yes. He was holding it back. That's what I'm saying. He's the GOAT. He could have used it against Gojo in the domain expansion. He could have spammed it in the fight against Gojo, but he didn't because the rest of the fighters were watching on the TV screen, so they weren't trying to get leaks. He wasn't trying to give them the manga leaks of his abilities, so he held it back. Should label this stream as Sukuna Glaze. I mean, the whole of Jujutsu Kaisen should be called that because it's literally him being the main character. Gege should have called it Sukuna Kaisen, bro, at this point. We just didn't know. Sukuna Kaisen. Everything I said in the stream is literally undeniable, irrefutable facts. But what I will say, like I've been trying to say the whole stream, it's not Gojo's fault that Sukuna chose to use Mahoraga, which shows Gojo was actually able to bring Sukuna to the brink of death. No matter how you look at it, Gojo brought Sukuna to the brink of death, but he still lost. So we have to give him his props. We have to give him his props, bro. Like, Gojo is unbelievably him, but it's not your fault you're fighting the greatest fighter of all time, you know? How do I think Sukuna will be beaten? He won't be. Sukuna has permission to start the culling games when to start the merger whenever he wants. That was just Kenjaku's last thing. So let's say they even get near to beating him. I want to start the culling game. Can I start the culling game, please? I mean the merger, please. Can I start? Can I start the merger, please? Thank you. It's over. That's what's gonna happen. Kenjaku went outside. Yuta, the sneakiest warrior of all time. Where did he learn that? From Maki. Sensei. Calling Gojo a bum, yeah, is literally just slander, and I partake in it. But I don't actually believe that. What is the merger? The merger is when all souls and like humans, all curses and humans will basically be merged in, put into one. So that the world will be, the whole earth will be one playing field of, it's basically going to be back how it was in the Heian era. It's going to be all curses, and you need to read the manga to really understand it. But like, yeah, it's going to be a long day. Let's not forget Maki did train Yuta. That's why I be saying that. Yuta learned to be the sneakiest from the greatest bad bitch, Maki, bro. Where else would he learn these good moves, bro? Because she's the GOAT of the JJK society. That's me glazing. So one big monster. Not really like that, but kind of. If Sukuna doesn't die, the culling game doesn't end. If nobody kills Sukuna, the culling game doesn't end. If Sukuna doesn't start it, the culling game doesn't end. And if if at least one other culling game fighter is alive besides from Sukuna, the culling game doesn't end. Toji versus Sukuna, just hands who wins. Toji. Because Gojo isn't beating Toji in hand-to-hand. Let's be honest. And Gojo was actually... Gojo was boxing. Gojo was boxing the hell out of that boy. You can watch it as well. Like, one thing Gojo excelled against Sukuna in is hand-to-hand combat. And I won't let anybody try to put the agenda that that's not the case. Toji is smoking Sukuna in hand-to-hand. Toji and Maki have the best hands in the series. Yeah, that's facts. They have the best fight sense. They have the best reaction time. They're just so unreal. How can you... I'm taking Heavenly Restriction over Cursed Energy, bro. Sukuna doesn't have 4 arms. He does have 4 arms. Well, not anymore. He took damage and he can't RCT it because of Maki's damage. Heavenly Restriction can mess you up, bro. Hey, shit. I don't care what happened to me. If I can end up like Maki, I'm him. Bro, my ass do not care about Mekamaru, bro. I'm talking about specifically ending up like, I'm saying have a curse technique of your choice or be like Maki and Toji. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, bro. Mahito probably has the best potential in the series. I think Gojo has the best potential in the series. Or had. Gojo literally done the impossible. That tells me everything I need to know. He literally did reverse curse technique while in a domain expansion. He just did the impossible. Mahito copied a 0.2 domain expansion on the spot and hit a black flash. I mean, but that's possible though. It's just very high potential. Gojo could probably do that too. You're acting like Gojo on the brink of death. On the brink of death. Channeled all of his cursed energy. Adapted reverse curse technique. And brought himself back to life. Against Toji. You're telling me you want to pick Mahito over Satoru Gojo? You're crazy. You're crazy. Not me, boy. Gojo's ability to adapt when he was about to die, he was already pretty much dead, is a bigger feat than what Mahito did, in my opinion. Wouldn't I want Yuta's thing over Heavenly Restriction? No, because then I have to have Rika as well, I think. I don't really want that. I mean, I don't like the copy. Rika only acts as a storage just cause energy. Yeah, he wouldn't be able to use it as effectively. It's the equivalent of what you're saying is like trying to have a Sharingan without being an Uchiha, bro. You're gonna be struggling like Kakashi. You're finished. You know what I'm saying? You won't be able to excel with it. That's why just give me the Maki Toji, bro. Toji could have ran probably. Low key Toji could have ran. Bro just didn't care about Megami, bro. He's like, man, fuck these kids. Hey, have a good night, man. If you're a city. Toji versus Yuta, who's winning? I don't see why Yuta would lose. But it's still pretty close. I think Yuta just has more in his bag. He even has this mantle, bro. Demi, do you mean Team Gojo after he got dripped up by Roadman Toji? Or do you mean after? You actually forgot that Yuji has Sukuna's curse technique because it's so irrelevant. It doesn't do crazy damage to Sukuna. What we really need is Maki to hit more direct hits to the heart. She's so reliable, my queen. Who's you guys' favorite JJK character, by the way? Just a general like view. If you haven't noticed yet, mine's Maki. If you hadn't noticed yet. You still need an explanation for those 8 black flashes. Yuji just been able to do it since Sukuna took over his body as a vessel. He's actually just beyond. His body's been enhanced because he was basically born with one of Sukuna's fingers. So maybe his potential is higher than a lot of people's off rip, which allowed him to do multiple black flashes. It might be something along those lines like that. Like, that's what I'm thinking anyways. Toji. I don't have a number 1, but it's Maki, Yuta, or Gojo. Before I read the manga, Sukuna was my number... Yuta was my number 1. Those black flashes did nothing. It's just not visible damage. And we also don't know if they did nothing yet. The reason why I say we don't know is because of the soul thing. Wee Wee was using... Is Wee Wee? I keep saying Wee Wee. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name. UI. Bro, how do you pronounce that crap? Anyways. Essentially, they're trying to communicate with Megami. And supposedly, you could only do it twice per person. So, maybe if done correctly or something, I don't know. He's been doing it behind the scenes. You know, like how they off-screen like Sukuna's progress. You know how they off-screen Sukuna's progress and then they explain to us later. Maybe they're gonna do that with Yuji. Do you hear what I'm saying? Oh crap, I'm gonna die. Wee wee. Wee wee. Wee wee. Wee wee. Have I seen the One Piece leaks? Man, if you don't get out here with that crap, boy, no one care about that One Piece leaks. Nobody care about no One Piece leak, my boy. We're reading JUJUTSU KAISEN. Even the Blue Lock leaks got better leaks. Even... I'm joking, but like apparently the One Piece leaks were pretty good. We need a Blue Lock stream. There's not enough people that read it. Thoughts on Drake vs Kendrick? I actually don't care. Like, I hate to say it. Bro wants me to pick a side, like probably, or you don't want me to, but I'm not interested. Well, that sucks. I thought that was a green card. Well, too bad for me. Does anybody in here... Somebody asked earlier, I read it, but I didn't say anything. Does anybody in here... I'm such an idiot. I didn't answer the question about solo leveling. I don't read solo leveling, but I did watch season 1. It's not worth me reading, in my opinion. Second of all, I do not read or watch Bleach. I've tried 15 times to watch Bleach. I'll try again in the future, but I just haven't been able to. Third of all, does anybody in here read Blue Lock? I need a decent show of hands for Blue Lock. I don't feel like Blue Lock is deserving of a stream because I don't think there's enough people that read it. Because it's football. Yeah, not enough people read that. Demi, I'm not spoiling people on Blue Lock, bro. If the majority of the stream do not read Blue Lock, I'm not going to talk about Blue Lock. Even though I have stuff to say, most of my stuff is just complaints, though. Eat shit, losers. Hey. Is this guy really trying to use EXs against me? Why am I tired? Oh my god. I've been sleeping all day. Do do do. Hey. My guy dissing Maki right now. That's why I'm looking at my laptop smiling. I had to respond. He said, yeah, if Miwa didn't save Maki, she'd be a pack right now. I had to respond. Yuji got his leg chopped off and he hopped back in. Yuta got hit one time and this guy went to chill with Rika. Hey, somebody get Yuta a map. Where is he? I ain't seen I ain't seen Yuta in a minute. I ain't seen Yuta in a minute, bro. Yo, he got hit one time. He said, Rika, please. Oh, Rika. Hey, even if Maki would be a pack, if Miwa didn't save her, Yuta went to chill, bro. He went to chill with his babes. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, bro. Bro. AO team stream when? We did that already. You missed it. We did it when AOT finished. You missed it. We only do these streams for peak. And I have to say, Jujutsu Kaisen is unfortunately peak. It's not no big free, but it's peak. Change title to 49 God Ranker. Oh, thank you for the suggestion. Look at this passive bitch I'm playing in PvP, bro. Oh my god, I wasn't even touching my phone and he was just watching me. That's what I be talking about, bro. I didn't even mean to spaz on bro like that, but like, come on, man. Attack. When is the next chapter of the Zakashi manga, and when was the last one you had? I haven't had a chapter in a minute. Zeno, I mastered the ability to swear when I want to, not when on instinct. And since I've done that, I can swear now, because if I swear, it was fully intentional. I knew what I was doing. Like, I used to swear a lot. Like, I actually used to swear a lot. I remember so much. I was swearing, like, I was averaging 3 swears a minute. Have I had any Zakashi manga chapters? No, I've been indoors, bro. I do have a chapter I can speak about, but I will never speak about it. So, I have no chapters, bro. Yeah, and Pixie, it was really bad. Like, guys that were there last year, early last year, will remember how often I was swearing. That's why I set the push-ups in place. And I swear, within 1 week, I was doing at least 400, 500 push-ups. Bear in mind, 1 swear is 5 push-ups. So it was like, bro. But now I don't be swearing unless I just want to. I'll be real, it was bad. It was actually a bad habit. I had to lock in. Obviously, I'm an adaptability genius. So if I want to change something, I will. I just have to want to change something. Like, swearing, like, it's not the end of the world if you do, but it's just unnecessary. And it also makes you appear angry. So I try to avoid it. Not because, like, oh, you shouldn't curse for the sake of it. It's just that they're not necessary. This guy's Super 17 is putting in pain. Two PVs back to back with UI on Androids. That's nasty work, bro. You're not making it out of heaven. I mean, into. Trust. Should I just lock in? Is that what you call locking in, Zach? Is that how you show your ability to lock in? By doing a strike when Super 17 exists? You're an ape. The thing is, I knew that was coming. I'm not locking in. My ass is grass. This guy doesn't attack me first, and I think that's the biggest bother for this game. Guarded. 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 I just need to lock his Rising Rush. I think as long as I can do that, I have a chance of winning. And I also press the green card, which gives me a chance to do crazy damage with Super 17. Here we go. What did I tell you? Okay, now I just have to pick this and I win the game. It could be a green card. I'm going to go green card because he did a green card to me earlier, but he's using MVP. So I think the odds of him having a green card is pretty high. He picked the card that he had most of. Interesting. Fair. Hey, Legends is pants, bro. Just drop the 6th anniversary Untouchable G4, then we can have hype in the game. You know, you got us here talking about Jujutsu Kaisen. The man them are discussing Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh my god, man. I'm gonna learn flipping reverse curse technique before they get hype. Bloody hell, mate. I'll be a Culling game fighter before they start the anniversary. They're taking forever. Oh, flip's sake, man. There's actually nothing to do. Look, let's actually evaluate how dry this is. You got the challenge battles, and I've done them already somehow. You've got the Rush Light. I've done it. The Zanka Ultra Space-Time Rush. I've done it this stream. You watched me do it. I've done all the original series. There's no CC to grind. I've got all the upgrades. There's nothing there. All the specials are pretty much done. Oh no. Guild. There's no guild update. They lied. Astaghfirullah, bro. How you doing that to your player base? TOP is finished. PvP is the same. And then they're trying to bait us at the same time on these. Oh my days, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Road to victory. Go to hell. You're not winning. There's no road. It's only an alleyway with thugs. Do you want rotation? No. I low-key might buy this cell. I don't need to, but it's just going to disappear and it's a free 1k for a little £8, a little 10 sheet. Nah. You see how bored I'm getting? I'm thinking to spend money on the game. Are my adventures done? I've done that already. Let's go to co-op. I've done my co-ops already. Do I have characters to train? Let's go. So bored with training characters. Let's go. I can't wait till my Master Roshi and Android 8 get upgraded, man. At this point, bring back the Twitch streams. That's long. That is actually long, bro. Do you know what it was, yeah? I wanted to play the Avatar The Last Airbender Fortnite update. Then I realized I could just buy all the skins. So then I bought all the skins and I didn't want to play anymore. That's actually what happened. You guys are suggesting view about I don't want to play the game, bro. Oh, the adventures are finished. I mean, the training's finished. Like today specifically of all days, I don't want to play the game. Why do you think I made it a whole JJK stream of me doing just USTR, bro? If you could add one thing to Legends right now, what are you adding? Good question. You guys are saying UG4. How many Chrono Crystals do you guys have? Zero crystals is crazy. $50K. Bro is balling. I'm gonna tell you guys something in a sec. Hold on. I got a lot of storyboard to do. You should do it. Joseph, what kind of suggestion is that, bro? Just wait, just wait. Alright, so this Vados adventure, training, just hit 30 seconds left. That means I did 3 sets of training for characters. So at the bare minimum, you've just sat here, watched me do 4 minutes of training characters. We've sat and watched 4 minutes of training characters. Is this the new low for the Dragon Ball Legends experience? It's now at a minimum 4 minutes and 30 seconds because Vados has now hit 0 seconds, bro. Is this DBL? This is actually long. If you don't mind me asking, why do you keep checking your watch? Oh, my watch? Well, that would be because bro, this could be a good clickbait. How to get Z level 5,000. As you can see, my Z level is going up. Don't worry about Vados, that's just my homepage. But as you can see, I'm increasing my Z level to 5,000. It's a new glitch that you guys can use to get more Chrono Crystals through your Z missions. There you go, level up 5,000. It's the highest level you can achieve in the hit Dragon Ball game. Somebody would believe it. Somebody would believe it, I swear. I swear, somebody is daft enough to believe it. Dead, I'm dead serious. And then I'll show them the 31k. As you can see, I got 30,000 Chrono Crystals. 30,000 Chrono Crystals literally instantly off doing this glitch. They would be bro, there'll be hella kids that believe that, bro. You're like, oh, Zach is cooking. I would never do a pro to noob to pro DBR account. It's not good use of my time. The ROI on that is not very good. The return on investment on that one there is not very good. It's pretty bad. You know, if you make an investment like that, you gotta ask what's the ROI. Terrible. Anyways, if there's, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not hanging around. There's nothing to do. It's 10 p.m. and DBL is dead. I don't know. I'm getting a retwist tomorrow, so I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow. But I just know I'm getting a retwist tomorrow. I'm not getting a haircut though. So yeah, I'll probably still stream though. But you know how that goes already. What day is it tomorrow? Friday. Kakarot Saturday. Kakarot Saturday. I wanted to do a blue cat tomorrow, but I don't know if I'll have the time to make it. So I'll have to see about that. But if I do make it, then there'll be a blue cat tomorrow. If there's another JJK like chapter that is hype, like this is a domain expansion. We really need to process that Sukuna done a domain expansion today. That is absurd. But if there's another chapter as hype as this one, I'll do another JJK stream. Assuming that Legends is dead anyways. It will be dead pretty much until before that anniversary anyways. Yeah, I'm that bored, bro. BT, it's time to get offline. Alright, cool. Appreciate you guys vibing, bro. Good talks. Sorry if you was a Gojo supporter and you have to accept the reality that your boy got punished. But he fought well. He fought a very, very well fight. You're just noticing the Z thing on the bottom right. That's the watermark, bro. Shout out Pencil Kage. Take care.